Hello my loves, welcome back to Burning Times Tarot. This is Jenny. I've missed you guys. I'm doing a general reading again, but as you can see, we're just going like all out on this one. I don't even know, it's just a mega spread. There's no rhyme or reason to it, we're just gonna see where it takes us. So, yes, I'm not very good at explaining all the astrological phenomena that are happening, but there's a lot happening. Of course, we know that there's the full moon and partial lunar eclipse in Taurus on Friday. I'm a Taurus, and I'm very sensitive to eclipses and full moons, so I'm going a little nuts. This is the longest eclipse in 580 years, and it's the longest one we're going to have for another 650 years. So this is a big one, to say the least, and I definitely can feel it. I'm assuming a lot of you can as well. You don't have to be Taurus or have earth signs highly aspected to feel it, but yeah, I'm sure a lot of us are. So anyways, I've really missed doing these readings. So let's get started, shall we? I already shuffled all of these beforehand just to save time. So we have the Magician in reverse. We have the World. The Lovers. The King of Wands in reverse. And Temperance in reverse. Okay, hello, I'm back. So, Magician reversed. So, a lot of you are still working through a lot of stuff. I think this has been a heavy time for a lot of people. I know it has been for me personally. And so, you're really working on stepping into your power, but with the Magician in reverse, like, there's still some things that you're working through emotionally. But I get the sense that, all the stuckness that has been in the last few readings is finally moving. Like, you're learning how to ground yourself better, you're learning how to stay centered better, and all of those little things are paying off, and you're seeing the dividends of that. 1 second, I'm going to get a sip of water. So, followed by the World. So, as I was saying, like, there's the cycle that is coming to an end. You're getting ready to enter a new phase of your life. And then followed by the Lovers. So, the Lovers, has a dual meaning, right? So, it can talk about a romantic relationship, but it can also be about the self. And I know there's a lot of people out there that probably don't want to hear that right now, but it is true. At its core, before it speaks about falling in love with another person, it's about falling in love with yourself and truly connecting to yourself, to your own passion, your own joy, your own happiness. And that is what it's about first and foremost, right? And it is a mirror of the devil, right? Because in both you have a couple that are together, especially in the traditional tarot. I like this one though because it there's a volcano between them, and I love that imagery. This is the Impressionist tarot. So, follow that by the King of Wands in reverse. So you're stepping into your power, right? Like you're, you know, as I said, still some things to clear up, but you're definitely stepping into your power. You are falling in love with yourself. You are really starting to have a lot more confidence and faith in yourself, and a lot more faith in your intuition. For those of you who have really been like dialing into that and really getting in touch with your own intuition, it's paying off. And with the King of Wands in reverse, you know, you feel good, you look good, you're gonna have some people like coming at you, right? But this is in reverse, right? So a lot of them, they can't really back up what they're saying. So just be wary of that. We have Temperance in reverse as well. So again, you're still working on some healing. You're still working on staying balanced, right? So it might be coming easier to you, but we all still have our moments. So you need to just be patient with yourself. And yeah, just let things flow the way that they need to flow, right? Because as I've been saying, as I've been ranting in the last few videos, you know, when you try too hard to control everything, you know, that's when you start to hit roadblocks. When you just learn how to go with the flow of life and try not to have too many expectations, which, I mean, is very difficult. Very difficult, okay? I have a very vivid imagination. I can imagine every scenario you could possibly think of. So trying not to have expectations, yeah, sometimes very difficult, but the more you learn how, and the more you learn how to detach from like particular outcomes and just live in the moment, that's when you really start to step into your power. That's where your powers of discernment get more and more sharpened. And as I said before, you know, the trying to predict constantly, like that's born out of fear. And when you stop acting out of fear and you stop assuming that things are always going to turn out horribly for you, or that the universe is somehow, you know, against you and not working for you, then that's when things start to actually feel safer. That's when things start to come together and make more sense. So again, you are stepping into that. You're still working through some of this, but I mean, this is powerful energy. I mean, only 2 of these cards are minor arcana, and they're court cards. So yeah, a lot of very strong energy right now. The last card is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So again, and this could be, so with the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups, for some of you, this is 2 different people. For others, this is the same person, and only you know which group you belong in, so you have to use your discernment on that one. But again, the Knight of Cups is, King of Wands reverse to me is someone that's just very like, you know, they're not really interested in a relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're upfront about it. But like, they're more about the physical, right? Like, again, nothing wrong with it if you're upfront about it. The Knight of Cups, this is much more emotional. So it's someone in your sphere that possibly has strong feelings for you, or maybe thinks they have strong feelings for you. So because this, you know, Knight of Cups in reverse is a very immature energy. So either way, whether it's sincere or whether they're just like caught up in a moment and they think it's sincere, or, you know, whatever it is, they have the emotion, but they're not capable of expressing it, or like sharing it with you in a healthy way. And I say yet. For some of them, they might never. And others, they will. They're just not there yet. So just something to be aware of that is sort of hovering around you at the moment. So I'm very limited space, so I'm going to move these out of the way. I have the Soul's Journey deck here. Oh, what am I doing? I already shuffled. See? Actually, so these two, while I was shuffling all the decks before I started recording, these two cards, this one from this Soul's Purpose deck, and this one from the Starseed Oracle deck, which I have here. This one is loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And then this one that jumped out of the Starseed is you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So, I mean, that was just really beautiful. And I felt like it was a message for me, but also for all of you. I felt like it was very much a message for all of us. And as I said, I think a lot of us have probably been going through a lot lately. And you know, probably dealing with a lot of stuff that maybe is making you feel a bit isolated, or you feel like you don't really have anyone you can talk to about certain things because they wouldn't understand. And it's just letting you know, again, like, you're not alone. Your angels, ancestors, and guides definitely have your back. The universe has your back. You know, things... And I know very well it can be very, very difficult at times to believe, but the universe is working in your favor. And you do have support, and you do have guidance, and you do have a lot of forces that are watching over you, that are looking out for you. So... So we have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. As I was saying, you know, giving things up to the universe, just having that faith that whatever is going on, you're going to learn something from it, and it ultimately will be for the greater good. And I know there's a lot of things in life that is very, very difficult to do with. But even if you can approach, you know, a majority of your life from that perspective, even if you can't approach everything in your life from that perspective, I think it still really helps to, you know, as I said, it's just part of that letting go. And so the last card was doubt. I released the need to know all the answers. So again, it's just co-creating with the universe and trusting the universe and just really truly living in the moment and appreciating the beauty of each moment as much as you can. So relationships, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, right? So again, some of you, you're having some difficulties with a friendship, maybe with a whole group of friends. Maybe you don't feel as connected to them. Maybe you're seeing some cracks in the friendship, or some weaknesses that you feel you want to address. Or maybe you have tried to address them and that hasn't worked. So, you know, again, I think with the loneliness card as well, some of you might be feeling quite isolated, even if you have a lot of people around you. And so this is definitely a big reminder of, you know, I love this person enough to let them be who they are, but I also love myself enough to know what I do and don't need in my own life, or what I do and don't need around me, or what I will and won't put up with. So I think that's definitely a big message tonight. And, well, so we'll follow it up then with the Starseed, which was the other one that popped out before. Okay, that seemed to want to come out. So we have the Void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. Seems very fitting. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. And this is what I was talking about before, about falling in love with yourself. You know, really getting to know yourself, getting to know all the different beautiful sides of you, all your different capabilities and interests and talents, and really just, like it says, not being afraid to be seen, not being afraid of others' opinions of you, because, you know, when you truly love yourself and you know that you are the one who gives yourself that validation and that love, then other people's opinions can't affect you as much. Not that they won't have any effect, but most of them will have very little. And when you do that, then that's when you attract the right people into your life. So, you know, going back to the stuff around friendship, you know, the more that you radiate, some people will be repelled by that because they haven't figured out how to radiate. Or, you know, some people will be triggered by that and others will be attracted to it. And so you will see things being rearranged around you. But again, you have to trust that it's all for the greater good. Keep your eyes open, you know, trust your discernment and your instincts, and the right people will start to find you. Here we have Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So, just as I was saying, you know, really living each moment, really being in touch with your senses, you know, your heart, your mind, your intuition, and not being overly guided by any of them, just having all three of them in like a perfect homeostasis, like a perfect equilibrium. That's really, you know, where you want to be. I mean, no one, like, we're all human, no one's capable of being like that 24/7, but at least if you can spend a majority of your time in that state, even if the majority is like, you know, 55-45 or 60-40, that's still so much beauty and so much happiness that you are adding to your life that maybe you didn't have before, and that gives you energy, that gives you potency, that gives you that drive and that shine to really follow your passions and follow your instincts, which is what we're meant to do. And so the last one is activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Right? Okay. So I feel like that speaks for itself. And with the void as well, I didn't really talk about this one that much, but again, I feel like it's that sweet spot where you're not forcing anything, you're living in the moment, and, you know, all three of those elements, your emotions, your intelligence, and your intuition, are all working in tandem with each other, in perfect harmony with each other, and you are tapped in to source, to the universe. That's where you want to be in winter, you know, in the northern hemisphere anyways. We are in winter, so it's a perfect time to go into hermit mode for a while if you need to, rest, contemplate, you know, do what you need to do in order to really connect with that. So I'm going to follow with the moonology because obviously with the eclipse happening, like what else am I going to use? So adjustments are required, third quarter moon. which is what we're currently at, rapidly approaching the full moon. And again, you know, adjustments, just like the Magician reversed and Temperance reversed. You know, you might still be, we're all works in progress. I mean, always. Like, no one's perfect, and that is absolutely fine. Like, I was gonna say perfect. No one needs to be perfect. Like, this world would be very boring. But yeah, there's still some things that are being worked through, and that's fine. And just have patience with yourself and love yourself wherever you are on your journey, because every part of it matters, and every part of it brings you to wherever the next place is. Like, and I think I've talked about the spiral before, but it's definitely a spiral. So I've really found, like, the older I've gotten, the more I see, like, these parallel lines between these different parts of my life. And it's like each time I come back to that point, I come back to it with a bit more wisdom, with a bit more insight, and the situation rises to meet that. So anyways, look, I've already accepted this is just my channel for rambling, so I hope you guys are along for the ride. So step out of your comfort zone, North Node. And we do have, is it in December or January? See, I'm telling you, like, it all goes in my head and then all just comes back out. But, so in, you know, Western astrology, we're in Scorpio season, heading into Sagittarius season. The new moon at the start of the month was in Scorpio. The full moon in a few days is in Taurus. Scorpio and Taurus are opposite signs on the zodiac wheel. And I think during Sagittarius season, the North Node and South Node, so one's in Taurus, one's in Scorpio, and then they're going to change over to Sagittarius. And what is the opposite of Sagittarius? I can't remember right now. Anyways, so your North Node represents, like, the higher aspects of your personality, of you as a person, like the things that you want to, so you can, like, see what sign your North Node is in. And mine's in Libra, so, you know, that's very much about, like, balance and communication and, you know, beauty, and how we interact with others. So stepping out of your comfort zone really is about, you know, again, like, letting go of doubts, trusting yourself, and ultimately that is facing your fears. And the more that you face your fears and the more that you are able to overcome them, the brighter you'll shine, the more confidence you'll have in yourself, and the more that you will see things start to accelerate, right? So yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone, even if the situation itself kind of seems like nothing, it might be something very small, and yet just changing that energy and trusting the universe, trusting yourself, and putting yourself into situations where, you know, you are relinquishing control, and you're just trusting that, like, something positive will come out of it. You know, obviously, like I said, with discernment, like, you know, you don't want to just trust everyone and endanger yourself. Like, it's very much about, you know, knowing where you're at and knowing who's around you. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So now full moon in Cancer is next July. So for some of you, it could be that you have a personal issue that is going to reach a resolution in the summer. For others, it could just be denoting that this is something, you know, just a personal issue, which could be anything, but the fact that it's in Cancer, to me says it's very much something to do with very deep emotions. For some of you it could be something very traumatic or very painful. For others, not necessarily. It could be something that was very happy and joyful, but whatever the issue is, it is going to be reaching a resolution for some of you sooner than others. I know next July seems like a million years away, but trust me, we'll be there before you know it. I'm sure a lot of you, I mean, for fuck's sake, it's almost 2022, crazy. Last one is have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, which is a really lovely way to end this little mini spread. So yeah, have faith in your dreams, have faith in yourself, have faith in the universe. Don't be afraid to be seen. Let's see, which one will I'll go with this one. So we have Druid, hold the space. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Knight, be brave and honest. And Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. I feel like this is basically what I've been saying. It's kind of telling me the same story, because first we have hold the space. So hold the space for yourself. Hold the space for the changes that you're implementing, for the new avenues you're opening up in your life and in your mind. Hold space for the person you're becoming, and because the first person that needs to hold space for you is you, right? You can't expect other people to hold space for you if you don't do it for yourself. So when you do that for yourself, you are, again, the people that don't want to do that for you, for whatever reason, will be repelled out of your life, or at least further away from you. And the ones that can, that are willing and capable, will come closer to you. And so you will then be, even if you still have to deal with some of those outliers, it will be much easier because you will have created a space for yourself where you are in an environment that supports you, that supports who you are, what you want to do, who you want to become. And then with Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So again, part of a holding space and part of, that growth and that journey is learning how to stay grounded and how to stay rooted in, during difficult times when you're dealing with difficult people, and just not, again, that acting in tandem, not acting out of trauma or triggers, not acting out of anger or fear, and just really, and again, no one's perfect. We all do it. Sometimes we all reach a limit. Sometimes it happens. It's not about being perfect, but if you can at least, like I've been saying, for the majority of your life, the majority of your actions, you're acting out of this grounded place, this centered space, and way of being, then things are going to, the world around you will reflect that. And so once you have that that self-love, that self-belief, and that centeredness, where you're not as affected by other people's energies because you can stand in your truth, then you have Knight, be brave and honest. So again, you're standing in your truth, you're not afraid to speak your truth, you're not afraid to live your truth, you are your truth, and that's when you're truly stepping into your purpose, stepping into your divinity, and really being a force. And hopefully a force for good. I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you are a force for good. That is what I attract to me. So yeah, once you are doing that, then you really are, then you truly are co-creating with the universe. You truly are, you know, being a force for good in the world, bringing light and I don't even want to say happiness, because sometimes it's not, but bringing some sort of beauty, some sort of lesson, some sort of growth to the people around you, to the lives that are around you, the creatures that are around you, like not just other human beings, but to, you know, the animals, the insects, the whatever is in your sphere. And so the last one is Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. So as I was saying, like once you are standing in your truth, once you are, you know, truly in the flow of things and living your life in that space, then you really have learned how to follow your own heart, follow your own instincts, and be led where you need to be led to. And as long as you know, you act out of that passion and that joy without ego, then you're going to be doing a lot of good in this world. And so, how many more do we have to go here? I have the Witch's Familiars deck. I still have Loteria. And that's it. So, why don't I do Loteria? So, La Corona, you know, some people might see as bad luck now, but, you know, it's not, obviously. This is just what I was saying about stepping into your power, right? The crown. So, stepping into that higher expression of yourself, really, you know, being assured in your own truth, your own power, your own being. And when you are, then you allow everyone and everything around you to be in that state as well, right? Because when you're not acting out of ego, when you are just assured of yourself, other people being in their power is not triggering to you. You enjoy it. You know, you can appreciate it and bask in it rather than being threatened by it. And if people aren't in their power and they're just being dicks, you're not really threatened by that either. Because you know how rare it is that it's even personal. La Botella is in reverse, so to me, again, it's like, it's right here. It's right here in front of you. So, you know, but I'm not saying that in like a, don't beat yourself up like, why aren't I getting this? Why aren't I? It's not a test. Like, it's not an exam, right? But you are coming into this energy. You're just still maybe doubting it a little bit, or not staying grounded enough, and so you're getting knocked around a bit by your emotions or by your, you know, overthinking or overanalyzing. But it's okay. Like, you're working through it, and you will work through it, right? You'll figure it out. And then we have La Rana in reverse. Yeah, La Rana, again, it's that, like, you're kind of hopping from one thing to another. You know, with the Fire Guardian, it's like, yeah, your passion is ignited. That's great, but it's maybe not super focused at the moment, and that's okay. Like, you still have like these energies that you're working through, and you know, Spirit is saying, like, be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, enjoy each moment of where you're at, rather than beating yourself up for not being like somewhere else yet. And as long as you do that, you will get there in the end, because, you know, I'm really trying not to say it. Sometimes, like, Spirit wants me to say something, I don't want to say it because it's cliche, but it's not the journey, it's the destination. Okay, there, I said it. So last card of Loterio is the frog, was La Rana. And last card of Witches Familiars is the frog. So we have the swan, the rat, and the frog. And swans are fidelity. So again, I'm getting lover's energy from this, and in the context of this reading, I really see it as fidelity to yourself, fidelity to your truth, fidelity to your own path, and your own vision. The rat, adaptability. So again, just what I've been saying, like staying in the flow, really learning how to listen to your own inner voice, your own instincts, and, you know, shit happens. Like, things change. I mean, that's just the flow of life, like constant change, right? So part of it is like learning how to adapt and learning how to, again, just when I think of being in the flow, I imagine someone like on a surfboard or a skateboard, and, you know, when you just get into that flow where there's like no gravity, you know, you're just feeling things. You're just becoming, I was gonna say becoming one with everything, but you know, that is what you're doing. Like, you're just like tapping into this energy, and you're just feeling it through your mind and your body, and that's like what you need to do here, like just in general, is be adaptable, just be open to change, and the only way to truly do that is to live in each moment. You know, what's that James Derber quote? Like, don't look back in anger, nor ahead in fear, but rather around in awareness. And I mean, that's really what is being called for here throughout this whole reading. And then lastly, frog, creativity. And, you know, so again, like the fire guardian, it's about your passions, your imagination, allowing yourself to, you know, find that happiness and that joy and that spark in creating things. And when you can create something just for out of pure happiness and not with any expectation of, you know, are other people gonna like it? Am I gonna get paid for this? You know, is this going to lead to something? You know, whatever it is, if you can detach yourself from all of that, which can be very difficult, especially if you are creative for a living, but if you can figure out, you know, even little like windows and pockets of places where you can do that, you know, again, like that's you tapping into source, that's you tapping into the flow, and you will see the rewards of that, and things will become a lot clearer. So I am going to end it here. I think every time I do a video, I end up setting a new record for longest video, so we'll see how this one turns out. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you resonated with it. I hope the eclipse brings you peace, even if it's not in the short term. I hope in the long term it really brings you a lot of beauty and peace into your life. So yes, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. I'm back. I wouldn't be me if I didn't forget to tell you that if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at burningtimestarot@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook. Also, donations are very much appreciated but never expected, but my Venmo is Burning Times Tarot as well. It will be in the description. And yes, I'm not going to keep promising to do things, but I'm not going to. So I'm not going to. So that's that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.